Hello everybody, General here today, and we're in for another episode of how to make a jack-o'-lantern in Minecraft. How do we do that? That's what I'll be showing in this episode. Well, let's get straight into it. First of all, what are we going to be needing, guys? It's wood. And right now, when I step outside of my house, you can see an abundant amount of trees out here, and we're just going to need wood. So we're gonna acquire wood from one of these trees using an axe or our fist, really, and then we'll be able to acquire that wood. Once we've got that wood, we're going to need, of course, a crafting table. So we're going to place the wood that we've collected here, and it's going to give us what's called planks. With those planks, what are we going to be doing? We're going to place 4 here on the grid, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to get a crafting table, which is going to extend that grid by giving us a free more space here. What we're then going to be doing, guys, of course, is like so. We're going to be needing to make a torch. How do we make a torch? Well, with the sticks that we just said we were going to make, or did make, 1, 2. Those sticks we're going to be using. And also we're going to need something called coal. How do we get coal? Well, coal and charcoal, really, the coal you acquire from what's called coal ore. So you get a pickaxe, you make a pickaxe. Once you've crafted that pickaxe, you start mining for other elements like iron ore or so on, copper ore, and you'll also come across what's called coal ore. Once you break through that, you get your coal. Charcoal, it's a little bit more different, where you get your cobblestone, which you find digging underground, breaking through rocks. You get your furnace, and what you do is, I'll demonstrate that quickly. What you do is, once you've acquired that, you put 2 wood. You put 1 wood here, 1 wood there, and then it cooks and it gives you your charcoal. So then what we're going to be doing, guys, is making the torch, of course. How do we make a torch? We'll go 1 here, and then we'll go another one on the top there. Place 1 on the very top, like this. So we've got ourselves a torch. Now, here's the interesting part, right? So we're going to need pumpkin. What are we going to be needing pumpkin for? Well, I've got a pumpkin field right here, small one, and we've got pumpkin here. So you get this pumpkin. I've already got some, so I don't need them. And then you come back to your crib or your house. Once you do that, guys, you then become creative. So we talked about making a furnace. We talked about how to cook things and so on. What we're then going to be doing, of course, is in your furnace, you're going to be needing, since you've got your pumpkin, what you're then going to be needing is, of course, iron ingots. Why do we need iron ingots? Because once you've melted the iron ore out of that, and that gives you your iron ingots, you then place it like so, 1, 2, and you get something called a shear. With those shears, the pumpkins that you've got, which I'll just demonstrate right now. So you place that there. You're then going to open up the pumpkin, or place down the pumpkin, sorry, and then you're going to grab your shear, and boom. This is what's going to happen. You're going to make you're going to carve out a face. Now, finally, when you carve out the face, of course, you want to. I've still got more pumpkins, by the way. You want to grab your pumpkin that you've carved out, which I've got one here. You place it there, on there. And then you've grabbed the torch that you've got, and you place it there. And remember, it can only be right on top of it, so it can't be anywhere else. And once you've done that, you select a jack-o'-lantern, which I've already got. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves a jack-o'-lantern. Look at how bright it is. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really delved deep into how to really make a jack-o'-lantern. And hopefully, if you really like what you see, please like, comment, and most important, subscribe to first get notified about more content like this, but to also keep me motivated and give me the strength by the fans to be able to make more content like this. If you liked it, please again like, comment, and subscribe. And everybody have a nice one. Ciao.